Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for joining me today. On today's video, just a pre-warning, there are a couple of clips missing, and essentially I stuck my head under the camera without realizing it, so I just clipped out a very short period of time for you guys so that you didn't just have to see the back of my head and nothing else. But jumping into this piece for today, I will admit that when I sat down to record this piece in particular, I was kind of blocked. I didn't know what I wanted to draw. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And, for me, that kind of happens more often than not, I'll admit. And so I kind of will just start drawing and see where it takes me. And it was one of those where today instead I pulled out a couple of my favorite art books and was kind of just looking through and finding inspiration from those. And, I ended up, after about an hour of looking through, I feel like I was good to go. So I started drawing, and this piece kind of came to light, and I had a lot of fun doing this one. The thing that I did differently with this one especially that I really liked is I used the copics in a way of almost like painting with them and painting the color down with them, instead of really trying to get the clean line work and everything and the clean color. I really wanted it to just sort of flow. And so instead of using any multi-liners, which I did use multi-liners for very small sections like the eyes to get the really nice detail that I wanted, and little lines like the nostrils and like the lips and stuff. So one of those where I tried as best as I could to stay away from the multi-liners altogether and use the copics to kind of paint the color and create the line effect that I wanted. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it came out very fun and different. And another big thing that I decided to do with today's piece is kind of a background. It was more so I just wanted the her silhouette to more so stand out, and putting the hair down and everything, I was looking at the piece and I was like, am I finished? Am I gonna add more? What do I want to do? And her being that I had just shaded her to really get her image out, and she didn't really have any color outside of the gray tones, I really wanted her silhouette to pop. So I decided to take some very dark gray tones, and I went and added the background and made sure that it kind of had a nice counterbalance to the image itself. And I feel like it helps pop it out, especially using the really dark gray tones and then lightening up around the edges, so giving it a kind of a nice gradient effect. And I realized as I was doing this, the markers that I had set out for myself were a lot of some of them were good and some of them were very dry, even though because I do have multiples of the colors that were dry, I grabbed the wrong ones. So I was finding myself getting a little frustrated, but I ended up making it work anyways. And I really like how this one turned out, just because it was just a fun piece to do. It was a fun piece to kind of try and attempt something a little bit different using the copics. I love doing a full color lay with the copics and everything, but trying to more so paint with them, in a manner of speaking, I feel like came out better than I expected. And I didn't really let myself kind of get caught up in the having it all look perfect. I wanted you to be able to see line strokes. I wanted you to be able to see some of the streaks, I guess, of the marker and the color and everything. And to me, it made it stand out a lot more, and I had a lot of fun doing it because I wasn't so caught on the thought of having it be perfect, and I find too often we as artists tend to stick with this, it has to be crisp and clean and look just right. And when you can take a moment or a piece and kind of just let yourself go and have that, like, just let it be flowy and free and not restricted, it kind of makes it a lot more fun to do. So here is the finished piece. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you like this piece. Thank you as always for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.